the student of Deen. They say that the tips of our tongue should be sharper than a sword, that our words will smite evil and leave it begging upon all fours. They say that the ummah is dying of thirst in every land, so we must respond to their screams and shouts, take back water in the palms of our small little hands, and offer it like a cup to their mouths. They say with their voices cracking that in mud we have planted your seeds. And if you work hard enough, maybe someday the inks in your pen will be heavier on the scale than the blood of a shaheed. My brethren, students of Deen, children of the West, do you remember that the place that we came from was the remains of a waste dump and a poisonous ocean? Do you remember how the poison was slashing our flesh, gasping for breath? We were drowning and choking. Remember how we used to sit in the midst of the mist? Remember how we used to sit in the midst of the mist, trying to rip the stitch from our lips, our screams unspoken? Remember how we sold out our souls in the face of defeat? Remember how we sold out our souls in the face of defeat to be solely placed beneath the feet of our enemies? But just when we gave up hope, something beautiful happened. أخرجنا الله من الظلمات إلى النور. Allah plucked us out of this poisonous water and gave us a chance to start life once again. To this madrasa He brought us, where its high walls and many, many gates resist all evils from coming in, where our tongues are being taught how to tackle evil and slice right through its skin, where our hands are being taught how to unshackle people and guide some light to come right in, where we are being crafted into the final hopes of this nation. So we can't stop until the ignorance is silent. But then, they also say, be careful kids, one slip and you'll trip back in the abyss. They also say, Siratul Mustaqim is a narrow path. There are no repeats if you fail this test. That donkeys place books on their backs. A student of Deen keeps it in his chest, breathes it in his breath, seeks it till its death, and reaches success. They also say that we have placed the fates of the ummah upon you, so do not betray us, please. Or like a leech in the depth of the seas, you'll be sucking off the dreams of our nation and leaving it to rot and bleed. They also say that if you contaminate and taint the faith of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you will be the first to be thrown headfirst into the flames of Jahannam. Ya Allah, I used to think that your knowledge is like a fruit upon trees, just waiting to be picked. But every day it's seeming more and more like a mirage that may cease to exist. For your knowledge is noble and high and is above being given to this transgressor. For your knowledge is a mountain, and I will be happy with just a pebble. For your knowledge is pure like milk, and I am a dirty vessel, contaminated with hypocrisy and cracking under the pressure of building a righteous future upon a past that is filled with sinful endeavors. Ya Allah, I am afraid, so very afraid, that when you will finally test my heart. You will squeeze it and it will drip of nifaq. And then you will just leave it alone to burn in the dark. So I place before you one final plea, one last claim, and I'm desperately hoping in your mercy that you will not throw it in vain. For I place before you the dreams of the Muslim nation, and I ask you to make me the scholar that they need, and not the sinner that I deserve to be. For I place before you the tears of that mother that flow endlessly without a stop, as she soothes herself to sleep by saying, I let him go for a good cause. For I place before you the helplessness of this sinner. For where will I go if my Lord throws me away? I will surely die in the dark if your light upon light does not illuminate my way. If you do not give me strength, I swear I will break. So I ask you, O Allah, accept me for your service, for in slavery I'll ascend. Accept me to stand up for what's right until we see the light once again, or accept me to die striving, struggling till the end. For when we sign that Islamic school's application, we signed more than a piece of paper. When we signed that Islamic school's application, we signed more than a piece of paper. When we wanted to become scholars, we signed off our entire life, every minute, as waqf to our Creator.